Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, my friends? It's your man Adam Ace Spencer here with another TaskRabbit video. Today, I want to share with you how you can get your 100th 5-star review because I just did it yesterday, and you can see Bianca M wrote Adam and his friend were absolutely amazing, moving me out last minute. I don't know what I would have done without them. Lifesavers. And so the journey begins when you sign up on TaskRabbit and you're seeing everyone else out there. You're looking at other profiles. You're like, man, he charges 85, he charges 100, he charges 150, he charges 60, whatever it is. So people oftentimes don't really know where to start, how to go about, setting your rates, this, that, and the other. Well, I've made videos talking about a lot of these individual topics, so I won't get into the specifics too much here. You can certainly look through the channel and find videos on how to set your rate. But generally speaking, I say if you're just starting off with TaskRabbit, do what they recommend. This will help you with showing up more frequently and helping you improve the chances of getting booked more often, which then will lead to you getting a better chance of getting more reviews. And 5-star reviews at that is the ultimate goal. You don't just want reviews, you want 5-star reviews. And so you got to go hard. You got to work your butt off. Whatever category, whatever service it is that you are providing, just make sure you're doing a good job. Along with doing a good job, of course, you want to communicate effectively with your customers and make sure you guys are on the same page. Find out exactly what it is they want, what they're trying to accomplish, and you can communicate with them maybe how you're going to do it, and or let them understand that you got it under control and you'll take care of it. I brought another tasker with me yesterday when this customer mentioned that their boyfriend wasn't going to be able to help or something like that. They initially hired another moving company here in Massachusetts that bailed on them, and I think just because it was a beautiful day out this weekend. So I think they were they wanted to enjoy the nice weather, kind of bailed on this young lady last minute. She was screwed, and fortunately was able to book me and another helper, as I call it, helpers, but taskers, helpers, same difference. As you guys can see, we punched it out. We did a really good job for her. And, half of the time she wasn't even there. She pretty much had to run it to the U-Haul, take care of this, that, and the other. And yet she was still satisfied. We were still able to do the job. And I think that's another huge selling point. There are many taskers who kind of need someone to hold their hand and need someone to kind of show them what to do and tell them what to do every step of the way. That's not my case. Like I said, when I get there, I introduce myself, meet them, obviously, introduce my helper, my tasker, and let them show me what it is that they want. We'll do a walkthrough and they'll let me know what is coming in every room, what's not coming. I'll maybe say or suggest maybe, if you guys prefer to take this item over some of the other items because of how fragile it is or something like that. Usually people have their own cars. And in this case, they actually had the U-Haul truck and some blankets. I oftentimes will bring my cargo van, as you guys can see over here. And that wasn't needed yesterday. So it kind of helps because I can just pull up in my car, bring my tools, whatever it might be, to disassemble the bed, assemble the bed at the loading place. Otherwise, it's just nice when they take care of it. But you also make less money because I charge for the van. So, it has its pros and cons. But after we do that walkthrough, the customer can kind of leave at that point if they wanted to or if they had to. I don't need them there because I work my butt off. I'm about efficiency and doing a good job, like I said. I think there are some taskers who like to milk the clock. They look at all of these opportunities as one-offs. They don't see the value or the ability that they can build a relationship with the customer where that customer is going to appreciate and value the effort that you bring to the table and want to work with you again, which, hey, they might continue to book you whenever they need help on TaskRabbit. And again, that will help you increase the chance of or how quickly you get to 100 views, but at that 500 views, because if someone books you again, that's usually because they thought you did a good job, not because you did a bad job. So one of the huge selling point with sales and marketing is oftentimes people are always just going after new business, new customers, but a large percentage of the success that businesses see comes from their current customers and the ability to upsell them, get them to buy again and again. It's just like I made a video talking about SEM Rush this weekend for our growth portfolio. We added SEM Rush. And one of the huge selling points with their platform, with their solution and their business model is their ability to not only retain, to keep their current customers, but get them to buy and utilize new tools and services that SEM Rush rolls out. That's kind of similar with tasking or any business where you have your customers, and if you have other services that you can provide them, well, do a great job the first time you work with them, and that will increase the likelihood that they will want to work with you again and potentially use some of the other services that you provide. So I think those are some of the really important tips when it comes to getting to that point where you can get 100 reviews. Like I said, you gotta work, you gotta make sure your availability is on. This was a same day task that she booked me yesterday, like morning. So me and my helper were heading out to do another job in like Danvers, and then I got booked or assigned this task. It wouldn't have came through if I didn't have my same day availability turned on. So again, you got to make sure you guys are willing to work, that you want to work. You can get 100 reviews. It might take you 5 years, or you can do it in much quicker time if you have your availability, if you have your schedule turned on more often than not. Even today, it's Super Bowl Sunday as I'm filming this video. I'm probably not releasing it until a few days after, but my availability is literally on today. So if someone wants to book me for today, well, and it's actually snowing too, well, I'm going to get out there and start grinding. And yeah, it's going to stink. I may have to miss some of the Super Bowl, but this is the work ethic I bring to the table, the kind of grind that I have personally. I know most people aren't like me, so I don't expect all of you guys to have that same motivation, that same drive, but I'm sharing with you guys how I got to where I am. And that's what it took me. But everyone's different. There are other taskers who are like, nope, I'm way more relaxed. I got 100 reviews too. It might have took me twice as long, but I got there as well. 5 stars. I didn't stress that. Everyone's different. So I'm just sharing with you guys my tips, my tricks that helped me get to this point. Now, along with being available and willing to work for people, and like I said, letting them show me what it is they want done, and just, I don't need them to hold my hands. People appreciate that. They want to be able to work with movers. And yes, TaskRabbit movers vary. There are some who know their stuff and some who don't. And one thing you guys might notice is she wrote, Adam and his friend were absolutely amazing. And so, as I mentioned, I bring other taskers on jobs with me. When someone books me, I will ask them, it sounds like it's heavy lifting. So will I be lifting this heavy furniture with you, or who am I? And usually they'll say, oh no, I don't have anyone, like I can't do it. Do you have someone you recommend, another tasker that you can bring? Things of that sort usually is how that works out. I work with a ton of other taskers. So when someone says it's a 2-man job, it's going to require you and someone else, I already have a list of other taskers that I've worked with in the past that I know are capable of executing XYZ jobs efficiently. Sometimes you'll get hired for a job, and I got to make a video diving into this because me and my guy Ryan were going back and forth like a month or 2 months ago about this, because he doesn't believe if you're a tasker, you should bring another tasker. You shouldn't bring your friend. He thinks, oh, you should just let the customer deal with it. Personally, I don't agree with that. If I'm working with a tasker who's not experienced because the customer booked me, I was the only one available, and then maybe there was someone who's a new tasker, not experienced, not that strong, they booked me and them, well, I'm potentially putting myself at risk where I can get injured and hurt, which will prevent me from making more money in the future. I would prefer to work with taskers that I know their stuff. And so this is why I personally prefer to bring a tasker, and I'll expense them, and the customer will pay for them, and I'll just pay the tasker myself. That's how I go about it. But there are some cons to that as well. I'll make a video, like I said, diving more into this kind of thought process, this strategy. It's a way that it has helped me make more money, and it has helped me, do more jobs and still maintain a 5-star rating. I'll make a video diving more into that, bringing other taskers on jobs. If you should do it, if you shouldn't, who I recommend it for, when to do it, when not to do it, because I think that is a very important, critical topic that needs to be dove into more than what I have. But as you guys can see, like I said, we are there. I've done 153 heavy lifting tasks in total. And of those 153, I have 100 reviews at 5 stars. Fantastic. That means more than half of my jobs, I was able to get someone to leave me a review. It's huge. And so the last tip here that I'm going to share with you guys, clearly you want to make sure you're available. Your availability needs to be turned on. After that, you want to do a good job, right? That's what they're hiring you for. They don't want their stuff to be all broken. They don't want it to be, we got to do 20 trips because you couldn't fit it in the truck. I play Tetris. I'm an 80s baby, so I'm really good at getting pieces to fit into each other and taking care of people's valuable belongings. And then after that, like I said, communicating with them effectively, efficiently. They don't need to hold my hand. They don't need to walk me through. We do one walkthrough. We're usually good at that. And then we do a final one at the end of the job, make sure I didn't leave anything behind. And after those few tips, the most important thing that you guys can do next is making sure you actually ask your customers for a written review. If you don't ask your customer for a review, they don't know that this is something important. They don't understand that you actually are hoping that you do this. They might just think it's a whatever. It's a nice add-on. It's a maybe he cares about it, maybe not, and maybe you don't. But me personally, I know that having more reviews and 5 stars at that helps you with looking more established, looking more legit, and it helps to convince prospective customers that, hey, this individual might be more qualified and the best person that I want to work with than these other taskers that are being presented who don't have a 5-star rating or who've only done 53 jobs instead of 153, and maybe they only have 20 reviews instead of 100. So yeah, I hope you guys are absorbing all of this game that I'm sharing with you and able to apply it to your business. It doesn't mean it has to just be here on TaskRabbit. It can be pretty much things that you can apply to any business, and customers just appreciate someone who's going to work hard, who's going to do a good job, and get the job done. That's what it really comes down to. So like I said, feel free to leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Are there any pointers or any tips that you think I may have missed that would be helpful for other taskers? Heavy lifting, yes, of course. You might want to consider also having tools and equipment, dollies, moving straps, other things like that will also make the job easier for you and put you in a better place where you're able to successfully, execute whatever it is that is thrown at you, and you're not worried about getting hurt or making it harder on yourself. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Feel free to leave a comment down below with your thoughts. And while you're down there, don't forget to like this video, smash that like button, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date on all of our latest and upcoming video content. And lastly, of course, most importantly, if you haven't already, go and check out the TaskRabbit Moneymaker course on MakeManageGrowMoney.com to help you with kind of getting all of these videos packaged in one place that will help you with your TaskRabbit business. But all right, my friends, you guys already know what it is. I gotta keep it moving, but I'll see you in the next video. Peace.